Okay, let's try that one more time, eh? Let's see. See what happens. So, well, I close that, go back to Instagram. Is that now working? Oh, yeah, Instagram is popping in. That's good, right. So I've got Instagram, chat, about to go live. TikTok is live. Good. We got, some tilt that a bit. Yes. Ooh, less than 10% of storage remaining. That's not good. Okay. So let's just, push this one over here, guys, and hope I don't knock that over. That's wonderful, I think. I might just move that over a little bit. I'm trying to get the YouTube chat just within earshot, my shot even. So I'm just readjusting some things. Cannot to break anything. So if I just pull this open, and let's go and look at the channel. Yeah, great. We're going to do a quick audio test to set, guys. Won't be a moment. Yeah, that thing we made. A minute to say near ready to go. Let's just retrieve my controller a sec. So, cool. It's a cable. Yeah. I'm going to have to reposition this phone a sec. Just it's over there. Break and then trying to break this. Oh, okay. I think that's happy-ish. Maybe, I don't know. Find some extra cable tie. These are something like too many cables for I need to keep charged, so it needs what it is. Right then, guys, Blender. Let's do Blender. Welcome back, Matthew. Let's have a look. I think we should probably open up Twitch, shouldn't we? I guess. Yeah, let's do something there. Okay, so we can open up all the chats, get them all going. Got to remember to mute things. And if I go over here, ciao. Do I get to see the chat on here? Just looking at the Twitch channel a sec. Oh, do I have to expand it or something? There it is. There it is. Great. Okay. So I'm watching. Hey, Boeing. I'm watching Instagram. I'm watching TikTok. I'm watching YouTube. Oh, hello. How are you doing, Intelligence Service? You okay? I'm just getting set up a sec. So I'm a bit of a slow start, but here we are, guys. We made it. Another week. We are here. It's Friday. It's Friday, so I don't know what I'm doing here. I appear to have shagged my power supply a little bit. Just to check that it's running. Checking under the table sack. Yeah, I may need to come up with a fascination for this. Sorry, needs alarm or a new desk. So the desk that I bought yesterday. Oops, hang on. I have appeared to have just. Meta has decided that it wants me to go invisible and 10-foot coin and cyberbasing. Okay, I'll be right back. Here. So, I'm on a standing desk as of yesterday. Yeah, good mood because it's Friday. Good mood because it's Friday. So the standing desk, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to look at some alternate power solutions because, yeah, there's some cables being stretched and it's not really as high up as I want it to be for standing. But it allows me to sort of walk around, which is quite nice. Walk around and I can sort of do 3D modeling while I'm standing. But then when I'm tired, I can sit down and watch shows in VR later. So yeah, should be good. So, God, that took way too long to set. That literally took me 20 minutes to get the stream set up then with all the gabbins. My new monitor, I have to switch off to use remote desktop in here, which is, again, a little bit annoying. I may submit a bug report to Meta at some point because, yeah, I should be able to support bigger resolutions, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I don't spend money very often. I haven't bought a sort of a new screen for at least 10 years. The one upstairs I haven't even used in so long. But I think working so long on one tiny little laptop monitor that actually it is quite nice now to have the flex modes and the free muscle. I was working on effectively like a desktop tray that was on a stand for the last 6 months, which is interesting. I kept dropping things on the floor, be it drinks or action controllers or whatever. It's kind of annoying. Great, let's see what people are saying. All right, hey Blueberry, it's been a while. How you doing, UK? Things good? I see Blueberry on my YouTube channel. Always stops by to say hi to Blueberry. It's very much appreciated. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to cruise on then. No rest for the wicked. So before it gets too late, my start. Don't save to that. So again, we are remodeling the Lotus. Now, something that I did, I'm going to show you, and I've covered this briefly on another live stream. Feel free to dig that up where I was experimenting. It's called geometry nodes, and it's a phenomenal feature of Blender. And it's along the top. You don't have to go size the window correctly for you to be able to see that. And it's a long way. You've got layout, modeling, scripting, etc. And what that allows me to do is come up with this sort of node-based design it in the bottom, which is pretty cool. I really need to get more of this on screen than I say, because I've had so much fun with the new monitor. It's sort of ruined all my layouts. Not great. It's not. I should displaying the whole window, and it should be. Oh, hello. I'm just. It's at Blender. Yeah. See, that's the. Oh. Is that the? Okay, no, I can rejig this thing on. Sorry, it was lying to you. I've got too many hidden layouts is the problem. I need to simplify this down and set up different scenes. I've been a little bit lazy recently. I do apologize. So then let Blueberry just by with your study. Nice. Did you get anything good? It's Black Friday today, isn't it, for all the Americans? So lots of Black Friday sales. I'll be having a look at software sales, I think, later, see if there's any of those sort of nice assistive technologies that I can get for sort of 3D modeling or whatever that might help. Let's have a look. Can I do this as well here? Don't know if that's the right. Yeah, that is the right window. Great. Okay, so we're fine on. So for you guys over on TikTok and Instagram, you probably have to turn your phone sideways to see this, because I tried doing in portrait view, but trying to fit a landscape Blender view into that is a bit much, to be honest. I think yeah, it's a bit much. So I just decided to just flip it on its side so you guys don't miss out, but you can still turn your phone sideways to see it. Hi Beatrice Potter, how you doing? And Tattoo Kikanj Redditch, how are you doing as well? Oh, and thank you very much for the diamonds, Matthew Hope. Thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. And good to see you again. In fact, I think that's a heart. So it's been a long time since I've broadcast on TikTok. So some exciting news on that actually is that I had an email off from Streamlabs. So after about 6 months of waiting, TikTok have finally approved me to stream direct. So it saves me having to use the TikTok streaming client, which I've always had a moan about. I don't mean to sort of be rude, but you got an E+. Well done. Hey, Eagle. So yeah, the TikTok streaming client, I sort of didn't like the fact I had to run an additional client on my desktop when I was already streaming to sort of Twitch, X, YouTube, etc., Kick, and YouTube. Don't know if I said YouTube. Anyway, I kind of didn't like the way that I had to also stream to TikTok via a completely different app, and that the TikTok app had this annoying habit halfway through a stream of going, "Hey, you're inactive. We're going to make you solve some rudimentary jigsaw puzzle to prove that you're there." And so if every single service was asking me to do that, I'd be in a right mess. I'd spend my whole time solving jigsaw puzzles and not actually putting on sort of build streams. So yeah, I wasn't too hot on that, to be honest. I kind of didn't like that. So it's quite nice that now Streamlabs can go directly to TikTok, and then I can see all the chat in a separate sort of page. That works well for me. That's a well done TikTok, well done Streamlabs. I do prefer that. But shame it took 6 months, but here we are where we are. Cool. Right, sound. Anyway, geometry nodes. So this isn't a training course, guys. This is just me working away. But this is taking a single template cube, which you'll see down here, which I've just kind of stuffed underneath the landscape for now. and I've basically mapped it out into a geometry node, which arrays it in 2 dimensions, okay, by using a grid, so it isolates the points on that grid. Right, let's go through it. So we start off with the group input, as we usually do. And then on the right, we've got the group output, which is what comes out. So geometry fed in, geometry fed out. This is nonsense. I did use a cube initially, but I ditched this for the object info down the bottom left, which you kind of see just down here. Object info allows me to use an actual mesh that exists within the scene, which is, I think, a much better way of doing it. So I'm just going to get Sneak Tether. It's called Lenny, just pulled it out of my face. So let me just use some sharp proofs here and be jealous. Not be of tripping over cables unnecessary. Yeah, the wrong thing. Good call. Well, fingers are stuck in this thing. So small doing this. That's the spirit. Right. Clearly there, sorry, just Valkyrie set nice and tight, she doesn't seem fast open. People ruin my day. Okay, there we go, I think. Beauty and Velcro rule. Shit. Right, I think that's gonna hold it great. No risk of tripping over that now. Cool, I'm free. Alright, back. Who's still with me? Give me a hi if you're there. So, see you later at the White Lotus. Indeed, Evil, I will see you later at the White Lotus. I'll be opening at 7:30 tonight. But yeah, this is the new White Lotus, guys. So this is what it's actually going to look like. Well, to be honest, it's actually muddled on the old, but it's literally using the old one as reference architecture. But anyway, sorry, geometry nodes. Horribly, I'm getting distracted by myself. So, what you can kind of see just over here, presume I'm going the right direction. This way. Okay, so what you can see, it's very in the mirrored. What you can see over here is that we've got the group input, which I just sort of, yeah, that's better. I think I should see it now. So, down there on the bottom left, you've got the object info, and the object info is actually chained on the don't know if that's in view actually. Let me just pull that down so you can see. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. It's this little object here. So this feeds in that detailed cube that's just hidden under the surface. I won't be keeping that long tip, but it's sort of there. And that then feeds into this instance on point. So what instance on point does is it'll take a grid, right? And it'll make instances of all the vertices that are found in that grid. Right? So what you can then do is you can map those objects to appear at those instances. This bit here assigns a random value. So I've got a minimum and maximum. Now you'll notice this is actually a random vertex. So it's generating a random vertex, not a what we would refer to as a scalar value. So scalar value is like a singular value, but a vertex is, well, a vector 3. Specifically, the vector 3 is a 3-part number, so we just say like return a number between, well, the min and the max that you see down there. They're very, very slight values, so I didn't want much. But that gives us, right, when you actually put that out through here, it gives us this nice sort of pattern going here. So I can actually make that far more random by changing these. So I'm just going to grab that to the clipboard, so I don't want that going too nuts. But I can say, like, yeah, change that. Look at that. So the randomization has gone nuts at this point, right? Doing all kinds of crazy crap. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put that old bunny back in there because I think that was about right. I may tweak these, to be honest, to be a little bit more random. Like, for example, I might go 0.15, just to give it a bit more oomph. And I'm going to do the same here. So those were minus values. And these are positives. So that's quite a nice amount of variation going on there. Now, yeah, going side to side as well. Now, to change the pattern, what I can do is I can keep the same min maxes, but if I'm not happy with how it's come out specifically, I can just change the seed, and that just shakes up the randomness. So the seed was, 0, and I can just go, right, yeah, let's go for something pretty. But it kind of doesn't matter where I set the seed to, as long as the seed is jumbled just right. It's kind of like shaking your random values about. But then I'm actually gonna get rid of this because this is distracting. Delete that. Now it was the cube I was using instead of object info. You can swap the two. I could change the input for this instance on points to like pyramids or whatever. It could just have whatever values I want, which is really cool. Lovely. So that's how we did that. If I come out of geometry nodes now, back to layout, just gonna quickly hit save on that so you can see that what that's done. That the reason why I didn't want to use a cube, and this is me again trying to do clean topology, is that you can see I have front faces, upper, lower, and left faces. But if I look on the back, if I just go to a view that's you can see this on without editing, I'm sorry. Now you should be able to see. Can you see that? Seems very faded. This view seems very brightened. I'm not sure why. Like, it's the middle screen. The other views don't seem to have that problem. Again, I'm using so. Hey, Mr. Ace, how you doing, buddy? I see ya. I got not all the chats up, but I've got Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Have got it. Hey, good stuff. I've got YouTube's on an external screen, but that's sort of flat on the desk, so I have to look down to see that. I'm still working out the most optimum sort of layouts for all these chat windows, because I like streaming to as many platforms as I can. That's quite a nice thing to do. What was the other one I was looking at? We could have Twitch running at some point. Oh, I don't know. Oh, no, it's this one. That's the one. Yeah, okay, so I've got Twitch rocking now. Yeah, Twitch is sort of as usual. My Twitch channel, I don't have many followers on it, guys. So if any of you do have Twitch accounts, please do feel free to jump over there. You'll see the actual address keeps appearing somewhere up here. Yeah, I'm slacking off on Twitch. I'm doing okay on the other channels. Kick as well. I'm slacking off on, but there's only so much I can do. But yeah, all good. Right. This stream will be recorded, by the way. I do tend to publish them on Twitch for sure. Hold on 2 seconds. I'm just gonna make sure. I think I've just found a rogue window that I didn't want open. Just close that. Just in case it was making sounds. Cool. Now. Hey, creepy super, how you doing? So the challenge I've got now. It's really distracting. Everything's lightened in here because I can't tell the woods in the trees. So if I go into, I think, what I should see behind this object, right? Yeah, that's funny. When I go into edit, you can see everything flattened, but then it just that was more the grid. That was actually the grid. So it's not actually the instances, that's the grid that the geometry nodes is applied to. But if I go in here, you can see that I do actually have a doorway, and I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to punch a hole in that. And I think the answer is going to be a boolean, guys. My PhD boolean. Now, I hate using booleans. I've had a bit of a rant about this before, but like booleans tend to use sort of like, they use solver logic, right? Which to me isn't as clean as actually doing it yourself. It just creates triangulations and cuts that can have really interesting sort of untidiness about them, which don't get me wrong, if that's what you're going for, fine, but I try to keep it neat. So I might, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So if I just I'm gonna hide the detail wall at this point, okay? So I get rid of that, what I need to do is to turn that mode off, okay? This is really hard to see. This is so lightened. I don't know why. That's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new object. So I'm gonna say, tool flick to the Z view here. We say Shift A. We open a mesh. We're gonna go with a cube, okay? And that cube, I don't know where he is. He's at the cursor wherever I left him, up here. So if I grab that cube and slide him down here, and then if I grab that cube and slide him up here, I've got vertex snapping on, so that should go quite neatly there. And if I just sort of bring this over to the side, I should, wherever my cube is, there's my cube. So if I grab that and pull that down to there, I think. Now I can't work out. Okay, so you can see that there's some Z ripping there, which is fine. So what we're going to do is we are going to select the face on the side of here, okay, which we have done. That's great. And now what we can do is we can grab that face and pay attention to the axis, the x-axis, left and right. I can press, it's G, and then I press X, and then I just snap it to a vertex. Yes, it creates a really neat sort of tune action. And if I grab the top, and again I go out snap to vertex the Z. Okay, wonderful. And then if I click here on the bottom, and I am grabbing that to Z coordinate just here, mate. There we go, perfect. Okay, and what I'm gonna do just here, so I'm gonna grab this and probably feed him through to about, I think on the y-axis, to about here. That's fine. So we create this sort of block that we don't need to punch to the wall. That's already been taken care of. What we do need to do is punch to the slightly non-uniform surface, or at least have a look how that would look. That's what I'm after at the moment. Let's just get a handle on that. Okay, so if I now G and Y, okay, yeah, let's go pull it out to there. And I'm going to give it a good name so I know what it is. It's called a Boolean cutout stage doorway. That was a mouthful. That's what she said. That. Oops. Shit. Live stream, guys. Live stream, behave. So, should face us. Yeah. Lost my thread. Okay, so now if I go into, I think, the Boolean cursor, we're going to put this into the main hall, okay, because under the main hall is our detail wall block. So what I want to do is I want to introduce a modifier to, oh, it's not the wall block, I'm sorry, it's the grid. So I need to add a new modifier into this. And that's going to be a Boolean. Okay, and then what we need to do is link that object up into the Boolean. It's a Boolean subtractional difference. So I'm sure I grew up and it was called subtractions, but oh, I know. Okay, so if I set that to Boolean cutter stage door, and then I hide the Boolean cutter stage door, we should end up with a neat hole in the middle. It's not that neat, is it? Look at that. And I suspect that's because we've used exact on the solver. If we were to cut it to fast, it would actually create the correct cut through that. That's the question. Is that what I actually want? Because I can always patch up these bits on the side afterwards. But how does it actually look when I zoom out? Is that permissible? Is that okay? Does that look alright? I'm not sure. I mean, it sort of does the job. But I think I want this block to come all the way to the bottom because I tend to connect stage, runways and catwalks to this. So I think that's important, guys. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. So if I just say, let's bring in the Boolean cursor again. And then we're going to say, hey you, take this edge and I want you to G and Z it all the way down, mate, just to about here, okay? Because then if I remove that now, okay, that comes all the way down, which I'm actually happy with because I can then cut that fine. Okay. Question, am I happy enough with the design of this wall? Because if so, I can just apply these. she must stare at it some more. Here and decide. You. Deep. So just to redo my necks as well while we think about it. So if my arm is in a really weird position, I just, yeah. Oh. Right, can I do this? Oh, there we go. Oh, I can see Twitch chat. Amazing. Cool. Okay, sorry about that. Slight distraction. Oh, hey, Sassy, how you doing? Hey, welcome back. Yeah, I'm just looking at this wall and deciding if I'm happy enough with it, to be honest. Because I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Well, let's look at it from some different angles. I got a feeling like I kind of want to... Shut my charger. I think my charger's holding. That's good. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna just pull up the reference modeler set, guys, because I really can't make up my mind here. So if I bring up the detail wall, the original detail wall, just as a thing. Remember, I don't have to stick exactly to it, but that's the original detail wall. And if I remove the new one, that's what the original detail wall looks like, okay? So you can see that this was all done by hand, right? This is such a bloody mess, but I didn't mind it being such a mess. It was like, it's nice, kind of worked, but if I sort of bring back the new one, I hide the reference, it's not quite as rough. I think I'm going to go back to the geometry nodes on this one, and then we're going to play with some of those min-max random values. So if I take this back to the, I think the grid. So I think it was the grid, and if I go into here, detail wall generator, need to go into the modifiers, need to hit here, there we go. So if I just scatter this a little bit more, maybe I need to go a bit more crazy here and say, like, you know, 0.3, yeah, minus 0.3, I think. Let's try it. And we got pizza for tonight. I'm so excited. Okay, we're basically saying a 0.3 variance on that, which is creating a really interesting thingy. That's a bit more in the direction. Let's pull up the reference model again, because I need to remind, like, how chaotic was it. There should be bigger blocks and all. I'm okay with them being... Am I okay with them being smaller blocks? I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm sold on it. Plus I've got plans, which means this doesn't need to be flat, but it's the flatter the better. Let's just check, is that coming back too far? No, I can see then the gap in between, so I think that's going to work, guys. And if it doesn't, I can always come back and amend it vertex level. That's one of the things, like moving from Set of Horizons primitive building now to actually letting loose on building in Blender and TriMesh, is that we actually have direct command over actual vertex level information, which is, you know, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Be able to actually manipulate vertices to create your levels is not something you would take them lightly. That's yeah, super cool. So let's I'm gonna commit to that. So my idea is I'm gonna Control A while hovering over this geometry node just here. Okay, and then oops, maybe that's not gonna work for me. So I just do apply. Great, and then if I just do apply here as well. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to have to do that again for the pool at some point. So, it's a good job I remember how to do that. Ours would really be lost. Sure I remember, huh? Sure I remember. Right, okay. So if I jump out of geometry nodes now, that is actually a committed layer, and I think that's going to be okay. So if I get rid of this block now, you can see it's basically a block with only one side to it. If I just delete that, yeah, great. So you can actually see that these things they're missing, 2 triangles in the back, which it all adds up, right? We've got that many, it's a 10 by 20 grid. It's a lot of triangles. I'm not doing the maths, but there's a lot of triangles. Hey, that day in the life of Dave. Oh, he's gone. Stay there. Nice to see people stop by either way. Wonderful. Cool. So having a quick look in here. Like, I see some weird vertexes going on here. That's strange. Are these just sides that I can eradicate? Let me have a little look. This might be because of the solver. So if I delete one, delete the edge, sure. Delete the edge. Sure. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Now, I'm not going to bother trying to fix these things at this point. I may come back. It's going to look a little rough around the edges. I may come up with a more inventive style of door. Frame, like with cons and stuff. But, oh, that's quite a rotation on that one, mind. Bloody hell, look at that. You can see right behind him. Oh no, that's misleading, actually. Yeah, it's because it's half a block. So I think what I can I do an edge select on this? Oh, I can. So can I make a face there? I can. Great. So let's carry on with that. Oh, darn it. Let's see, does this work? Okay. It's kind of hard to sort of see what I'm doing here, but this is kind of funny. Oh, now I'm gonna reverse. We don't want to do that. If you do something, do it consistently, right? That's no, that was no good. I think I'll put some objects around that, maybe some columns or something will work on some unique effects. Hey, at least my battery's holding up today. That's good. It's an improvement from yesterday, isn't it? Cool. So with that done now, I think we can have a little look at trying to do the bar. Let's do the bars. The bar in the Lotus is again another thing of just simplicity. So if I move over here, I may have a stab at the initial bit of the pool house as well. I'm not going to do the Grosso today, and I probably won't do the sort of the chaos pattern across it either. So anyway, sorry, to bring in the bar now. I need to bring in the reference model of the bar just so I know what it looks like. So it looks like that. So what I'll probably do here is I'll make this as a non-collidable because I don't want people standing on it. I'm on a fence bench, but yeah. And then the bar itself I'll make collidable for sure. And the seats will be separate. Things will probably make the shelf separate. Maybe. Yeah, because I do like to move around the shelf from time to time to fit extra features in, so you gotta sort of think like, how do I split things up? And I think the bar is fine to be one unit at this time. I may come back and decide actually I wanna split it up, but right now let's keep it simple. Yeah, so just thinking. I'm almost thinking, is it worth taking a bit of a risk here and saying, time is it? Okay, 9:05, that's good. That's good. I have wine and pizza pre-bought for later, so I'm on top of the world right now. Shouldn't. Cool. Yeah, chicken and vegetable pizza. It's like a barbecue chicken pizza. I quite like the sound of that. Let's just have a little look. Who's on YouTube? Oh, a couple of people on YouTube. Nice. Hello. Great. Yeah, these streams on a Friday are never particularly busy. I guess people are not out of work yet or just finishing up or whatever, so it's fine. It's absolutely fine. She's relieved. So I bought some link cables today. It's just like they don't actually keep the headset charged, which I find a bit odd. Like, why would you bother with a link cable if it doesn't keep the headset charged? But that went. I'm invested in some power adapters for later as well. For yeah, buying little bits of bric-a-brac also. That's really nothing substantial. Although I did buy a vest in my mortar, so that's actually technically like. Okay. So to make the bar, how am I going to do this, guys? If I go into, I need to say bar. I got a group for bar NC. That's fine. So I need to say I'm going to add. Oh, watch. New. Yeah. I know a new collection at all. Yeah, add a new thing. Slane, I guess. Sure. And then we're gonna flip to the top view here again. And well, that's not helpful. Let's set it to wireframe. Let's grab come again. I swear I just created a cube there. Sorry, a plane. Where did he go? That's not annoying at all, is it? So, right. So go here. We're gonna say select plane. Sure. Grab it. Go. Where is he? There he is. Fine. Set to here. Oh, probably you'll find I've got some random bloody plane lurking over here. Can't see him. Okay. So if I just G that and pull that over here, I do need my reference copy of the bar to be able to achieve this. So if I just come in here, and I need to make that lightning bolt actually, because I need to make it for the one in Banter as well. When I do the one in Banter, it's going to be sort of interactable. So I want people to be able to pick it up. Oh, let's go Y on this one. Oh yeah, come on now. How? Ready? We're going across the X-axis. Okay, we're going to take that to about there, I see. What do yourself help? I think we're good here. Okay, and then we're going to grab that. We are going to G that up to the Y. Okay, then I need to go further, don't I? Yeah, my bad. That's not exact at all. So if I G that, I'm gonna Y it up to here. Oh, hey, come on, can you do this? There we go. I think that's right. Let's just check that. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Oh. What am I even looking at right then? Okay. Whatever. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. So if I now press F3 and loop cut and slide. Okay. And I'm gonna loop cut it here, okay. I can't see where the actual loop cut is, but right now I need to focus a little bit, so I think that's where it goes. So if I now just, it's quite difficult to see again, so we've pre-lightened my, my doodah. So, hey Gangster Granny, how you doing? So if I just extrude this downwards, oh no, that's not what we wanted. Surely when I press E, it extrudes, right? Tough. Mental. Why? Okay, now I'm gonna bring this down to, I think here. And then I'm gonna just go to vertex selection mode because this needs to go G along the Y, which is gonna take it to about here, okay? Oh, and then I need to, I'm trying to follow the original structure of the bar as best I can. So if I now extrude this way, so of course it's going to be wrong, but let's just lock that there. We need to pull this chappy over here as well. So G down to here. Okay. Oh. What about the sack is that? Why is that not behaving? Oh no. That's it. Right, hang on. What? F and frame selected. Very good, sir. Here, what are you doing? Did I delete that? No, okay. So let's try it again. Throne selected. Okay, so we are now at least back to where we should be if zoomed in. Whoa, how's that's gone wrong. So we need to G and pull it up to here. Oh, actually, G and lock it to the Z because we need to be locked to that height. I think that's not even right, is it? I son of a gun. Well, I have messed it up. Okay, let's come in close on this one. So G and Z, we're going to lock it to there. Well, I think that is probably their level. I don't know if that's level. Tricky. Real tricky. Let's just make sure we are G and Z. I think because I was snapping to vertices, what's happened is it's yeah, tell you what, we're gonna use the /trick, which basically removes all the other guff around it, allows us to be a bit more. So if I see G and Z, snap, select G and Z, snap, sure. G and Z, snap. It just makes sure everything is at the right height. G, lock to Z, bang. G, lock to Z, bang. Oh, G, lock to Z, bang. Oh no! G, lock to Z, bang. G, lock to Z. I'm sure I've done these, but I'm doing them individually now just to make sure there's no screwing around. Yeah, great. So now if I just go back at G, wonderful. They're ready to come out of. Please tell me I'm not doing this inside another object, am I? Then might, so we just split without. We say P selection. Yeah. So if I just come out here now. Oh, there. Right. Right, okay, yes, I was. That was my idiot fault, so let's just take that up to bar. And this is going to be called and this actually should be under the colliders section. Just that's what we're aiming for, so let's just move him up there. And if I come out of this mode now, we can actually see that does line up with the collider section. That's fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select in edit mode. You're going to select this edge and we're going to extrude it out along here. Just for now we're there, it's fine. Great, above. And now we just need to make sure the vertices, so G and to here, G and to here. So I'm just going to go G and to Z, make sure it's in line with. Oh, of course that's going to go wrong. Nah, do you know what? Screw the height, let's just bring it back. So if I go that just here, okay, and then if I select that edge here. Let's see, extrude, yes, what? Let's really extrude, there we go, whatever, okay. this because I'm looking at it not entirely top there, and that's fine. So if I move over here, might G that, and I G that, might. Okay. Let's just say that has to be. Oh yeah. Yeah. Doesn't seem right. But okay, let's drop that there, okay? Don't know if that's entirely right, but I mean apparently it totally is, so alright. Well, you mess with the heights now though. Spawn. Some G locks to this one here, I think. And now we're going to sway at the heights. So if I say select that, we're going to say G and no. G and Z is going to be locked to. Oh no. Wait. G and Z, yes. G and Z, yes. G and Z, yes. G and Z, yes. Wonderful. Okay, that's now created the right shape. So I'm really struggling at the moment. It's just like Oh yeah. It's Carol. So what I need to do now is look at this sort of, if I come out of this mode, I'm gonna have to extrude downwards, I think. So extrude down to the bottom, and then we've got ourselves our power layer to match the old one, which is lovely. So now we just have to sort of do a similar thing to create the top layer. So we just come out of there and it's how it looks it now. Yeah, we need to get rid of the reference material, but we'll come back and do that. So you can see that the actual normals are the wrong way around there, so that's something I'm gonna have to fix. So what we do is we say, press tab, select A for all, right, and then you do F3, and then you do select so SLIP. Yeah, you can do LN as well if you want for push. There we go, solve. It's solved. Hey Tech, how you doing, mate? In CO? Yeah, I kind of realised, Tech, that I was putting off rebuilding the Lotus again because I was just literally dropped it in banter about a week ago, in a sort of a mostly finished state. Need some love. But then I thought, actually, do you know what? I need to start putting off getting into Horizon building. So let's just do that. So here we are. And I wasn't going to do the Lotus till next year, but then I thought, actually, do you know what? There's a lot of places going to be launching in December. There's a lot of people going to be joining the platform in December. So let's put on a good show for them. Let's actually come up with something. So I figured if I at least start now, it gives me a little bit of time to get it ready. And of course the Lotus' sort of birthday is the 15th of December as well. So if I get it ready for the 15th of December, I don't know if I can build it in that time. But to be honest, Tech, all I'm trying to do is replicate it. My plan is to build it as is, and then to just go, right, today I might change the columns. So I'll change the columns. Tomorrow on I don't know, stick another area in it or something. Bash, do that. So, yeah. If indeed, lots of people off work and stuff, where they book holidays before Christmas or afterwards or whatever, or their work shuts down for sort of 2 weeks. A lot of people need something to do, don't they? So it's always a good time. So yeah, to be honest, I'm a little bit annoyed I didn't think of it sooner, but I am also equally glad I finished off the banter place to a level that I'm happy enough with it. I've had a few people actually, why didn't I export? I did, Tech, I did. In fact, you know what? I'll show you this. Watch closely. So this is like a 67 kilobyte base map, right? Which is great. It's all very, very clean topology. There's no back faces in it where they don't need to be, which is incredible for sort of like, you know, texture map and all that. You basically remove the faces you don't need. It's much kinder on the rendering, etc. I'm not quite done now. I've got to sort these out. But the original reference model is actually in here. So if I hide this one, check out what happens, right? Let's go. Oop. Turn it all on. So look at that. That's like an 18 megabyte reference model. And that is the X. Terrible. Look at all the random crap going on here. Like, everything has got way too many vertices. Like, way too many. It's completely overcrowded and the frame rate is terrible when I import it. It's really bad. But I'm using it as a sort of a stencil. But even in here, like, there's just got all kinds of lines and guff going on. It's really bad. But if I turn that off and show you by comparison, so the rebuilds, and so far, looks like this. And you can see, look, there's just no random bloody lines all over the place. You know, I think that's just down to the way they sort of do the whole sub-D. Sub-D was always like an algorithmic rendering format, which is why you had primitives and meshes. The meshes were just these things that have been... Yeah, absolutely. No, I thought I'd give it a go at sort of exporting it and pulling it in. Also, I tried bringing in the one that I did from Banter, and that looked okay, but I thought, no, I want to take it back to the way it looks in Horizons, and then get that uploaded, and then just every day introduce a bunch of new things. So first up, we just get it in Trimesh, and we get all the basics out of the way. It's simple, it's clean, and then we start like going, right, now we're going to start doing some of those things that we've been doing in Banter. We're going to have curvy, shiny surfaces. We're going to have, well, some surprises. I can't give everything away, but yeah, should be good. I'm very excited either way. I've seen some of the screenshots of what you're working on. Very, very impressive. If you haven't checked it out, actually, by the way, J-Reed launched a surprise one, I think yesterday. It's called Chill Room. It's really good. Some really good. Like, he's knocked it out of the park. That's his second Trimesh build. It's a small one, but it's just packed with detail. It's like a skyrise sort of apartment. Yeah, I really like that one. I'm looking forward to what we'll do, but I'm aware that it's taking time. I think that you look at some of the best sort of people on the platform, without mentioning any names, but you know, Fatu the creator and Ratchworth, and you know, there are others as well. I know many others, but it took them 3 months to pump out some of the stuff that they did. So it's like, and those are the initial states as well. Don't forget that both of those guys added more and more to it after the initial builds. So you know, they are bloody experts in field as far as I'm concerned, and if it takes them 3 months to do it, I don't know what we're expected to do in such a short amount of time, but goddamn, I'm gonna try. Well, I'm sure everyone is too, but I'm not worried. I'm still learning loads every day, so progress is the main thing. Yeah, I can tell you what I know there, Tak, and in fact now we can talk about it. I can actually say it on the public stream, but with Metalness, that there are a few options there, but with the MEO method, for example, the red channel is what governs. So you import your sort of BR texture, which is the diffuse or the albedo or whatever they call it, and that's like the base sort of color texture. But then your second one was the MEO. It's the red channel defines what's metal. So, for example, if you've got an easy example, if you've got an object that is entirely one kind of metal, then you import just literally a fully red picture at the same resolution alongside the BR, and that'll give you an entirely metal object. But you can then imagine you're in a paint package and you're creating like a cloud pattern, right? But you're doing it based on a gradient of sort of like red to black. So if you do that, you're going to find you've got a nice sort of metal sort of cloud pattern now on it, a metal shine applied on top of the thing. Now, really, I think what people are doing is they're using a variety of ways to do this. I'm not an expert of either, but I fully intend on learning both and then putting YouTube videos out there once I get it, but it's been a struggle. So the first one is something like Substance Painter, which is 160 quid off Steam, or you can sell your kidneys for it. Sorry, sell your kidneys. I mean, you can give Adobe like 40 quid a month for it, and then it comes with, I think, Substance Designer and Substance Designer and Substance Modeler. That's a bit rich for me, so I'd rather just buy outright. 160 off Steam, and keep an eye out on the Black Friday sales, because sometimes they do discount them. Probably worth checking today, actually. But if you buy it off Steam, it is the 2024 version that is good for updates till I think the end of this version, which is probably the end of this year. Oh, hi Teresa. Teresa, we've got Tech over on TikTok watching as well. That's amazing. Amazing. I think Teresa's on the Instagram channel at the moment. Amazing. I know it will all come together. Yeah, so there's this Substance Designer Tech. The other one is well worth looking. This is more of a budget option, but apparently in the right hands, it's very, very good, but I can't get it to work the way I want it to get it to work. And it's called Simple Bake, and that is a direct Blender plugin, which allows you to bake textures, which gives you a lot of flexibility. Baking textures is basically like, when you're applying your PBR textures in Blender, which of course are not natively supported in Kmenchips. The baking textures allows you to do all that pre-processing and then output the channels of things like metalness, emissive, ambient occlusion, etc. into different channels and images, which is, funnily enough, exactly what you've got to do with the Horizons export. But also, Substance Painter has a similar feature that when you go to export your textures, you can say, right, create two files. One file is my BR, that's just the color, and then I want to create another one, and that's the _MEO, and then put the metalness into the red channel, put the emissive into the green, and then put the ambient occlusion, the O occlusion, into the blue channel, and then export it. And that's very, very useful to know. So both of them could do it, but I think Substance is probably the easier way. But that said, I haven't got either way to really competently work at the moment. Like, I think my problem with Substance Designer is I've tried to apply it to like whole sub levels, and that's been not great, to be honest. It hasn't produced great results in the slightest. I think it's just because I'm using it wrong, so I need to sit down and do some more training on it. Same with Simple Bake, but I think there's more training out there for Substance than there is Simple Bake. But I do like the idea of Simple Bake being an in-Blender plugin. I think that goes a long way. But both are really good options. Yeah, both are really good options. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I do have Substance. I had the old Substance, and I used like version 1 of Substance by I can't remember who made it, but then obviously Adobe did what they do best. They gobbled it up and then made it their own product. So I don't like giving Adobe money. But unfortunately I did on that occasion, but I'll never sell it with subscription to Adobe. Please be not on your Nelly. Fantastic. Yeah, Bjorn. Yeah, I've got the mappings for that too. The problem is, Tech, I spent getting the channel set up's fine, but getting the actual exports to really look good once you import it into Horizons was not that obvious. I think if you do it for individual objects, you're probably winning. Asking around, people seem to do it for individual objects. My issue is I don't just want to bake PBR textures. I also want to bake light maps. And there's only 4 people that I know have done it really well, or at all, in Horizons. They are RJ, Rexrod, and Joe Bear and Pinasa. The only 4 that I know that have done it well. And I think with light mapping, that's separate to sort of standard texture baking. That's going into atlasing and trim sheeting. Tori more atlasing actually, but doing atlas packing in Blender. So you basically have one large image which just contains shadow data, and that's it. Yeah. No, it's yeah, it's I wasted so much time on the baking that I was like, I'm just day after day I'm waking up, I'm doing this over and over, I'm getting nowhere. So I think I'm just gonna go off and just work on geometry. That's something that I'm progressing in, and it makes me so feel good to progress. Whereas with baking, it just turned into an absolute nightmare that I had no idea what I was doing. And I think I need to sit down and watch some training videos on it, but there's probably some sort of workflow ethos to it. Yeah, do it on individual, just not on whole levels, like what you're doing. Yeah, but I don't know. That's the thing, if we were working directly in Unity, there's sort of absolute ninja packages called like Bakery. Bakery is like, it's like a 50 quid add-on for Unity that uses your GPU to generate light maps. That is quick as shit, because like this isn't even a particularly high spec laptop, but I can go over there and just mark a bunch of surfaces. That's the other thing as well. In Blender, we're trying to do sort of whole levels and then split them up for export, but over in Banter, it's sort of like you just pull it all into Unity and then you do your light mapping. You don't do your light mapping actually in Blender, so it's a lot more friendly and you end up getting really nice results. But I think over here it's going to be one of those fine-tune arts that just takes a lot more struggle to get there, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it in the end, I think. Right, okay, so I was starting to do the collider on the block. So what I've done actually is I've kind of put the rebuild into colliders and non-collidable, so I might just import them as two separate objects because they're really low on capacity anyway. And to be honest, I've got things which never actually move, so there's no harm in actually pulling them all in at once. I don't know, we'll see. But certainly the colliders are the big ones. So you got the terrace, the dressing room, the main hall and the bar. But this is the bar sort of collider, which does match the reference. The reference is there. So yeah, it should be good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's light baking can be. I think the problem is when you get in the hang of light baking, it's really annoying if you're not using the right software, the right methods, and you end up using your CPU to run the baking. You can end up just clicking bake and then walking off for sort of an hour to do relatively not much baking, and then you find out that it's screwed up because you forgot to set something, and that's a lot of time wasted while you're getting the hang of it. But like I said, switching to a GPU based baking sort of plugin in, say, in Unity means I can just run a bake and I can come back in sort of, I think, about a minute. It's because it properly hammers the GPU, which is much faster. Yeah. Yeah. I might have Simple Bake installed in this. I don't know if I've got it enabled just yet because I sort of turned it off in anger. It's not angry at the package itself. The package itself is clearly like next level, but you have to know how to use it, and I don't. So if I was to go into sort of add-ons, I guess, and then turn on at the extended button, we've got it. Simple Bake. Oh no, I do have it turned on. So Simple Bake is down. I may have to just move myself out of the way a sec. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I think that's probably right. Yeah, let's probably just tilt over here. So if I go into, I think it's under here in the scene settings. And if I scroll down, this is Simple Bake. Oh, good God, they've had 2 new versions in the last week. Got from version 1.7.1 to 1.7.8. That's nuts. So yeah, just down on the bottom right hand side here, and you've got all these different things, which I'm not going to go into right now. But yeah, it's I think it's a British guy who created this as well. His videos are pretty good, but they're like, oh God, I gotta be honest, right? When I bought it, I kind of thought it'd be simple. It's not. There's clearly baking is a level beyond where I'm at right now. Certainly, like I said, I could do it in Unity using Bakery. That was easy enough. But coming back to just do it explicitly in Blender is yeah, it's just a level I'm not quite ready for. Yeah, all good. All good. Right. What time is it? I'm probably gonna kibosh the studio at 6, I think. So, Either way, we have our bar. I'm probably going to put a little subdiv in this. Subdiv and inset, I mean, sorry, my bad. In the front face of this and just drag it backwards. So if I just go to this view here, I need to make sure I'm in edit mode. Yeah, edit mode. And they're really in face mode. And I'm going to use the old, I'm still pressing F3 for a lot of things because the names of the like inset faces. So if I now pull that inward, okay? I mean, sure. And then if I just extrude that inwards, we get a sort of an idea as to what we're trying to achieve. Yes, I need to make sure I snap to that back vertex there. And then I'm basically just going to delete that and see what happens. So if we say face there, wonderful. So we've got a back face that's sort of grabbed in here, which is not the end of the world, to be honest. I can probably, if we grab that edge, if I G exit and cross to yaw. So am I even snapping? Oh, there we go. There's my vertex. So that's fine. I'm not quite sure that was what I wanted, but okay. We'll deal with that. Hey, Trudy McBooty, how you doing? I see ya. So if I now G and I X this, I'm snapping to that vertex, I think. That's now. Let's try. If I go into face select mode, just go. Oh, okay, I know it's in there. That probably actually was a really stupid idea. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take that back because we're going to use a bridge to do this instead. I think I realised what I've done wrong. So if I now say hey and hey, I have no idea if this is going to work. Actually. Oh no! Come on. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so inset faces. Let's try that on both. See what happens. Is this going to end in disaster? No, kind of. I'm sort of guessing it a little bit. So if I now, should I do bridge face a bridge? Let's try it. I think this might work. Bridge edge loops. Hey, there we go. Look at that. It's a nice trick, isn't it? It's okay. So that's slightly uneven here, but yeah, I wasn't exact, to be honest. Let's just look at this straight on and see what we can do here to sort of repair that. What's the also wrong? So if I G and X this, pull this just that way. Oof! Is that even? I don't know if that's even particularly enjoying that. I mean. Shit. Okay, let's take this out. Go up to Z, and then it was crap. I think I've already screwed the pooch here. But to be honest, that was also the front of the bar, and the front of the bar is actually skinnier. I believe it's the top. When I come to put that on, I gotta watch. So if I just yeah. Now let's do it on the axis. Oh, yeah, I am really good feeling about this at all. In fact, that needs to be. Let's turn off the snapping a sec. Oh, it's Tom. Now, Tom has just come in, and I can't hear him because I haven't got my headphones in, but I'll go get my headphones. Oh, neck has cut them. Okay, oh, yeah. Oh. Well, if we you already went. Sling them on. I think. Yes, here we are. So Tom, come in, come and say hello. I can't. I can hear you. Good. Okay, the audio is working. So yeah, here's Tom. It's just I'm on camera. So I'm just doing a quick live stream. We did it for an hour and a half almost. No, for an hour. So we got Tex watching on. Oh, also thank you for. I think. Tex, did you give me coins? I'm really slow on this. I'm not sure. You could have 6 against your name. What does that even mean? I don't even know.
Means he's going to be earning 6 figures by the end of
Yeah,
the
it's
year.
all quiet on the Instagram front. 6 figures? I doubt it, mate. I doubt it. What, one diamond? I think that's worth 5p. I'm not sure. But not the South African kind. They're the TikTok kind. But it's really cool because I've now got access to stream directly to TikTok without his TikTok software. So we're kind of winning. That's really nice. I like that. Actually, Joel, my batteries have run out a bit, so I'm going to just end the stream. But Tack, if you're still there, thank you so much for tuning in. And everyone else as well. Thank you. I'm sorry I've been a bit slow-paced tonight, but I generally feel like I'm dying on my ass. Okay, I can fall asleep, so... So thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's have a quick look on YouTube. Oh, YouTube's quiet. That's interesting. YouTube's never quiet. But thank you everyone. Okay, right. Enough from me. I'm gonna end the stream. Here.